So, welcome today to Transformational Thursday. Do you know that the number one thing that's keeping you stuck in your business is not money? It's not your strategy. It's actually your fear of being seen. Stick with me because today we're going to talk about how this one fear is costing you visibility, opportunities, and yeah, cash flow. So stay until the end, and I will announce a free gift that you'll be able to just drop gift in the comments, and then I will be able to send you that free gift. So I'm Debbie Balfour, in case you don't know, and I'm a real estate investing success coach. And today we're tackling this big one, the fear of being seen. And yeah, it's real. And all of us have it in some way, and we need to overcome it, right? It's this silent sabotaging agent that's affecting your real estate investing journey. And I really want to help you to overcome it. If you've ever stopped yourself from posting on social media, you've stayed quiet in networking events, you're second guessing, sharing your wins, you're thinking things like, I don't think I'm good enough, all of these things. This is why this live is for you. Okay, so today we're very mindset focused, but I am linking it back to LinkedIn. So I want you to think about these things when it comes to your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so real quick question. Let's get commenting rolling and the question is, have you ever held back from posting or sharing because you were afraid that what people might think about you? Uh, and I want you to be truthful. Okay? So please drop a me in the comments if that is you. If you've ever held back from posting anything, just anything, that because you thought that, oh my gosh, what are people going to think about me? So the fear of being seen isn't just about camera shyness, it goes really deeper. It's this inner voice in you that says, I'm not an expert yet, so I don't have anything to share. Nobody wants to listen to me because I'm not an expert yet. People are going to be questioning why I'm saying this because I'm not an expert yet. What the other thing is, what if I mess up? What if I look stupid? Right? What if no one likes my post? Uh, what if they do like it, but now I actually have to keep showing up consistently? Now that's a big one. Once you do one post, right, and you think, oh my gosh, now I have to do this consistently. Can I keep it up? Right? These are all the kinds of questions that come under that category of the fear of being seen. These are the questions that we have in our minds that our subconscious is saying to us that's keeping us back from being seen. And if we're not seen, then guess what? Our business isn't seen. How are we supposed to grow our business if we're not being seen? We need to be seen. And you've heard me say this over and over and over again, right? There's two phrases I use all the time. Number one, people do business with people. They don't not it's not about your product. It's not about your business. It's not about your business name or your business. They do business with people. They do business with you. So they want to know you. So you need to be seen in order for your business to be seen, or else your business will be invisible and you'll have no clients. Okay? So I want you to think about this. And I want you to see if we can stop those inner voices that are saying, I'm not good enough. I am not an expert yet. I am going to look stupid, right? And I'll we're gonna talk about how to overcome some of these things. So drop a yes if this sounds familiar. Now, something I forgot to say: if you're here live with me, can you drop a hashtag live in the comments? And if you're watching the replay, put a hashtag replay in the comments so I know that you stopped by. That would be awesome. So let's continue on this fear of being seen. And guess what it's tied to? You hear it over and over again. It's tied to imposter syndrome, right? You don't want to look fake. You don't want to be an imposter. It's tied to comparison. I'm not good enough compared to these other people. So it's that fear of comparison. It's that, imposter syndrome. And it's also our past programming, and I hear it over and over from clients, that I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, right? So it's this programming that we have, that we must stay small to be humble. You don't need to stay small to be humble. They're two different things. So that's, something we need to overcome. Here's the truth. I want you to keep thinking about this. If no one knows who you are, then how can they work with you? Right? In fact, in my upcoming LinkedIn Lead Magnet 5-week program, I will help people become more comfortable with being visible on LinkedIn so that you can attract leads, so you can attract connections without feeling salesy or fake. That's what I do in my programs. I help you to overcome that. So if you're interested in getting more information about my upcoming program, it starts on April 25th. So it's coming up soon. It's only 5 weeks. And I'll help you to optimize your profile. I'll teach you techniques and ways to write posts, how to give value without sounding salesy, and yeah, how to overcome that imposter syndrome by the things that you're saying and doing in your posts. Okay, so drop program into the comments if you're interested in finding out more about that program. It is coming up soon, so you want to get in as soon as possible. Okay, let's continue. Let's talk about why this fear shows up and why it's not your fault. We all have it. Doing these lives, actually, I had been fearful for so long. And I even would start it, do it for, once or twice, and then I would stop. So, here I am coaching you and talking to you about that fear of being seen. And I have that too, but I need to overcome it. Okay, so I've been consistently doing these lives because it's important for me to help give value to you. Let's continue. So let's be honest, visibility is vulnerable. You're putting yourself out and you're making yourself vulnerable. Most of us were raised to believe don't draw attention to yourself, especially women, right? Men are a bit stronger at this. Then it's not kind of culturally inflicted on them that they shouldn't be visible, but women especially are. So we're culturally programmed to not draw attention to ourselves. Don't be too much, right? So don't be too much out there. Don't be too big, right? Stay in your lane. Don't try to deviate out of that lane because something may happen, right? And then we jumped into entrepreneurship. So we're raised this way to believe that we shouldn't draw attention to ourselves. We shouldn't be too much. We should stay in our lane. We shouldn't brag, right? And then we got into entrepreneurship, and suddenly we're expected to be influencers. Okay, so I want you to forget that term. I'm only kidding you. You're not an influencer. right? This is not, you're not trying to be an influencer. But if this resonates with you, tell me, what's one word that comes to mind when you think about showing up? Is it exciting? Is it terrifying? Is it OMG? Is it I'm going to go hide? What is that word that comes to mind when you think about showing up online? I want you to pop that into the comments for me. So, how is this fear of being seen hurting your business? Let's get into the real cost of this fear. Lost opportunities. You're missing out on partnerships, deals, investor deals, right? Connections, connecting with great people, people that could be reaching out to you, but they don't know what you're doing. Mentors, people that accountability partners, all these kind of people that you're missing out on because you have this fear of being seen. I'll tell you something, a story. A few years back, I was sitting behind my desk working my corporate job. I was frustrated. I was like, I don't want to be doing this. I want to be working on real estate. So I just decided to put a post out there saying, what do you do when you're working your corporate job and you don't want to be doing this, you really want to be doing real estate? And I just I put that a little post out there. That was it. And I got so many people that either commented or many of them actually DM'd me to say, Debbie, I feel the same way. I'm going through the same thing. And as a result, I connected with with an accountability partner. We decided to connect together because we had the same feelings. We were feeling the same way, and we thought, let's help each other. So I got an accountability partner and a friend as a result of just that post, of putting it out there, being a little bit vulnerable. And nobody judged me. In fact, people reached out to me because they were feeling the same way. Okay, so you're losing out on all sorts of opportunities that you don't even know unless you put it out there. Okay? You get stuck in this lurking mode. You're consuming everybody else's content while your brand is sitting there silent. You are your brand. And your brand isn't about your business, isn't about your products. Your brand is about you. Again, people do business with people, and then your products next. You can change your products at any time. You can change your direction and your strategy at any time, but you can't change you, right? Your brand. That's what stays timeless. So you need to stop lurking, get out of that lurking mode, and start putting your own content out there. Okay? It's nice to consume other people's content in that you're learning from them, but what about you? They're visible, you're not. Okay? So, and no authority, no audience. People can't trust you if they don't know you. You need to build the know, like, and trust before. You can't just go up to somebody and go, hey, let's work together. Hey, you want to invest with me? Imagine walking down the street and just going up to a stranger and saying that. Or a stranger coming to you. Let's put yourself in that place. Like saying that. Of course, you will go, who's this weirdo? Right? Leave me alone. Of course not. I don't know you. You need to start building authority. You need to start building your audience. And in order to do that, you need to start being visible. I've had clients that who stayed, invisible, really quiet for years. And then after a few weeks working with me and showing up with purpose and clarity on LinkedIn and on Facebook, they started getting DMs from other investors. in people wanting connect, people saying I love what you're doing, people saying, I would love to work with you, how can I help you, I'd like to learn more about what you're doing. So it doesn't take long in order for you to start being visible and start making that, connection, start building that visibility, start building that credibility. And here's where I come in, right? I can help you with my LinkedIn program, the 5-week program, in order to do that, right? So drop program into the comments if you're interested in finding out more. In just 5 weeks, we'll help you overcome this fear. We'll give you some ideas on how to post based on you. We'll be able to, really optimize your LinkedIn profile so that you start getting visible. Let's continue. Here's what's worked for me and for dozens of other of my clients. Start small and stack the wins, right? One post, one comment, one win at a time. You're not expected to go out there and post every single day, but just be consistent. Maybe you just set yourself a task or set yourself a goal that you're going to do one post, just one post a week. Okay? One post. And comment on somebody else's post. Find somebody else that you respect, that you follow, and comment on their posts. A genuine, authentic comment onto their post. Visibility. Visibility is a muscle that you have to train. You can't fake it. Okay? So and believe me, you're not alone. All of us are there in some extent, or many of us were there, and we had to push ourselves out of that fear, overcome it. And then you think back and you think, well, that's not so scary. Here I am doing this live with you. And, a few months ago, this was scary. I couldn't just sit here and chat with a camera in front of me and nobody there. Right? That was my fear of visibility, being visible on there, of sounding, with all these filler words. Be I didn't want to be speaking to a camera, and then I have saying my ums and my thens or my so's, or all these things, these filler words that I have. But you know what? That's me. When you talk to me, you'll get the same thing. And I'm sure you're not judging me, are you? So do those small things. Just one post, right? One comment, and then count them as a win. Celebrate, congratulate yourself for doing it, and then do it again the next week, and then in the next week, and then you can start adding to it. Okay? Stop talking to strangers. Talk to your person. So what do I mean by that? Don't talk to everybody. You don't need your posts, you don't need your videos to resonate with everybody out there. If you try to appeal to everybody, you appeal to nobody. Be yourself, be authentic, right? And talk to your ideal JV partner. Talk to your ideal investor. Talk to your ideal client. Whoever that is, talk to them. Talk to your network of people that are your tribe. Don't worry about the people who it doesn't resonate with. Then they're not your ideal client. They're not your people. Okay? Be yourself. So the next one is focus on service and not self. You're not bragging. You're showing someone else what's possible. Right? Get rid of the pride part of things. You're not out there to showcase yourself. You're out there to help other people that are steps behind you, that can learn from you. So I want you to think about it that way, right? It's not bragging, it's showing someone else what's possible and giving them some tangible steps that you've taken that they can take too. Okay? Your story can help someone else take action. Maybe your first story is about how you're overcoming this fear of being seen, right? What have you done? What are you doing so that another person that hasn't listened to this live, hasn't been inspired by it, can be inspired by you now to do the same thing? What how were you feeling? What did you do to overcome it? Right? So get rid of that thought about I'm bragging. I used to have that too. And then it was like it shocked me that I would share something and think, oh my gosh, they're gonna think I'm bragging. And then I had so many people going, thank you so much, Debbie, for sharing this. This really helped me. Okay? Create your signature content pillars. So in my program, I help you to do that because you can create these, like what are you going to do, on this day? Maybe one day you're going to speak about this particular topic, another day you're going to speak about this particular topic. So create those signature content pillars that's signature to you, to your strategy, to where you are, and then you can share that. So in my program, I work with you on this. Then the next thing is accountability and feedback. This is why community is everything. Okay, so going into being part of a community and getting feedback on what you're doing and how you're inspiring others is so important. In our 5-week program, we create that. We create that support mechanism where you can start sharing what you're posting in the Facebook group that's specific for the program, and then we can get others to support you. So we support each other within that Facebook group. You can put, here's my LinkedIn post. Could you please help me to give me some feedback on it, put some comments, give me some reactions so that we can help each other with that support. So which of these 5 steps do you need most right now? Drop the number in the comments. So number 1 was starting small and stacking the wins. Number 2 is stop talking to strangers and talk to your person, your tribe. Focus on service, not on self. So, get rid of that thought that you're bragging and start thinking about it, that you're showing other people what's possible and how you got there. Creating like signature content pillars so that it's specific to you, that you're staying in your lane, and then getting accountability and feedback from others on how you're doing, getting others to help you celebrate those wins, help you to comment, to like on your post so that you feel motivated to keep on going. So put those 1 to 5 into the comments. Which steps are you going to work on? Do you need to work on right now? So we've come to the end. So thank you for sticking with me. I did say that I have a gift for you at the end. So before we wrap up, my gift is for you to download. I have a downloadable PDF that will give you a LinkedIn checklist. You can do an audit on your LinkedIn profile, and it will also give you some bonus content prompts, give you some ideas of what you can post to kickstart your visibility and give you some confidence. So if you would like that gift, put gift in the comments and I'll hook you up with that. And once again, just a reminder that if you want to go deeper into learning about LinkedIn, about social media, about your brand, optimizing your LinkedIn profile so you can start being visible. I do have a LinkedIn 5-week program, and it is starting on April 25th. It's 5 weeks. Uh, you work at your own pace within the week. It's self directed. You'll get some videos from me. They're bite sized videos. They add up to a total of about 45 minutes. And then there's an assignment at the end where you are going to put into action what you've learned so that you can start optimizing your LinkedIn profile right away. And on Wednesday evenings, I will meet with you in a 1 hour group session where I'll give you feedback on your assignments. You can ask me questions, and I'll do a little bit more teaching in that session. You get to pick my brain in that session. So uh, it's not a lot of your time being invested in it, but it's going to move you forward in your business in getting that visibility out there. So the investment amount for this is $297. Okay, so that's all you need to do to invest in yourself. About 2 hours a week and $297 for in from a cost perspective. So, final words for you. Here's the truth. Okay, hiding won't protect you. It'll only delay your growth. Being seen authentically is the bridge to impact, influence, and to impact your income. Okay, so impact, influence, and income by being authentic. Be yourself. Be yourself in your posts so that when people meet you, it's you, right? There isn't a difference in there. And I know it's scary. I know I make it look easy because I'm out there, I'm posting all the time, and I'm doing this. But it wasn't easy for me. Trust me, I was where you were. Uh, you know, you don't have to do it alone. Do it with others. Get an accountability partner. Join this 5-week program where you'll meet other people in the same boat as you, and then we can start getting you attracting the right people, your ideal client, your connections, your next investor, your JV partner. Right? Without getting visible, you're not going to get there. You're not going to grow your business. You need to get visible. Like it or not, social media is our way to get visible. I know for some of you that are more my age or a little bit older, you say, well, social media is not my thing. That in my time, this wasn't a thing, so it's hard for me. Guess what? You're still alive. You're still young. This is your time. And you're an entrepreneur now. And the only way to grow your business is being visible, starting with social media, and then taking that out and networking after too. Right? So if you want to learn more about the program, drop program into the comments and I'll send you information on it. If you want the gift, drop gift in the comments and I'll send you the LinkedIn audit checklist and the prompts. And you know, DM me if you want to get on a call to find out how I can help you in any way. I'm always there for you. Okay, so let's wrap this up. What's one thing that you're going to do this week to be a little bit more visible? Put it into the comments. Let's get you accountable, right? Put it into the comments. If you put it into the comments, it's going to hold you accountable because you're putting it out there. Let me push you over that ledge a little bit by starting here. So drop it in the comments. I want to cheer you on. Okay, until next time, next week we're going to talk about leveraging OPC. And we'll talk about that then. I'll let you know what OPC means for next week's Transformational Thursday. So see you next week. Until then, keep investing in yourself, get visible, stay focused on your vision. You've got this.